we at?
We're right here, man.
We're doing it live!
We'll do it live. What's up, gang? Little stats and fats.
We're a brand new podcast. We're doing it for you guys.
Just for you.
Awesome stuff.
Just for you. So, yeah, this is our first time. We're going to give it a go, bringing you fantasy football stats and some tasty cuisine.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. So
we're going to bring cooking and fantasy football together seamlessly.
Yep. One big happy family, one big marriage. So
I hope you guys enjoy it. Subscribe below.
Hit that like button.
Yeah,
let's have some fun.
Let's want to get better, bring you some good insights, help you dominate in fantasy football.
Yep.
While also teaching you how to cook something delicious for your friends and family, and even fantasy football rivals if you want to.
Yeah, screw them. But yeah, so we kind of came up on the last moment an idea to try and incorporate foods from cities that are playing each other. So for this instance, Chicago and Green Bay. Kickoff Thursday night, one night away. And we're like, all right, Chicago's definitely a big food scene. Green Bay's got their food that they identify with. We all know that to be cheese.
And they're known for something like very specifically for both of them.
Right. So it made it a pretty easy selection. First night of the game. And
one of the oldest rivalries, maybe the biggest one.
It's true.
In all of sports.
Big division game. Big division game. Sure. So, all right. Well, we're all set up. I'm gonna hand it off to Lee. Let me hand it off to you. Here we go. So what we came up with is kind of like a slider of sorts. Well, it is a slider, and we wanted to do again the marriage of Chicago and Green Bay. So what we're going to be doing is like a Italian meat Chicago kind of sandwich slider with a cheese sauce and a jus.
Woo!
So tasty stuff we got going on here.
Bringing Chicago and Wisconsin
so
together.
Lee, how about you come over here and show them what we got with the meat?
Okay, I'm gonna come in close for you guys. Check this out.
So what we got here is about a little over a pound of chuck roast, some celery.
Hey, we gotta pause just for a second. I can't turn this around because of that thing.
Oh no!
So we have to like pause for a second or take it out and restart it.
Can we?
It won't. Oh, it's kind of tough.
Just flip it like that.
Oh, boom.
Bam! See, back in action.
How it works.
Easy peasy.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
All right.
So
zoom back out. Boom.
So we salt and peppered this. We've got celery, onion, garlic, carrot, and about 2 cups of broth. Both beef broth, but unsalted. And we put that in the oven for about an hour and 10. Covered it with foil just to kind of let it steam, cook off, and absorb some of that beautiful flavor. So what I'm going to do with this,
he's going to make a nice little dipping sauce for everybody.
Make a jus, but first I'm going to take out this big hunk of meat.
Ooh. So, dude, we got Chicago and Green Bay.
Chicago and Green Bay, man.
What do you think? I mean, we might as well just first talk about the Kickoff Classic. So, do you have anybody on your teams?
I do not. I do not have anybody on Chicago or Green Bay. How about yourself?
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
I do actually. I got Aaron Jones, who I'm pretty big on this year.
Yeah, that's true. You're a big Aaron Jones.
I do like him a lot.
Love you, the Aaron Jones.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think he's gonna have a tough game though this week for sure. For sure.
No, I completely agree. It's gonna be tough sledding for him, but I think he'll do well nonetheless. So.
Yeah, I think he will too.
All right,
let's get back to the cooking. We're going to test this jus out real fast.
We strained all the goodness, and so what we're left with is just that broth. Didn't really reduce too much in the oven because we left it covered, so it's not going to give us... So that's what this whole... that's why we have it on the stovetop, is to let it reduce. Throwing in some oregano, some thyme, those fresh herbs, 2 cloves.
If you have savory, throw some of that in there too.
2 cloves of garlic, and I got...
Peasy.
4 peppercorns, bam, and all we're gonna do is turn this up, let it get to a really soft boil at first, kind of let it get vigorous, let it wake up those herbs, let it get that aroma going,
that
and
umami deliciousness.
Let it breathe.
It'll come up to the top.
And then you're gonna bring it down to a simmer and just let it go while we work on the cheese sauce. So really easy, straightforward stuff there. That's really simple there.
No problem.
So
all right, dude. Let's move. What do you think about the fantasy football running backs this week?
So
who are you high on?
I'm taking Zeke as the #1 fantasy football running back this week.
Ooh, Zeke, you heard it here. He just got his contract today.
Got his contract. It's against the New York Giants, so whatever. I mean,
yeah,
it's not a good defense. We'll put it that way. And
no, it is not.
I'm buying into the fact that I think he's fresh. Hasn't messed around preseason. You know, you could say he's out of shape, but I think the first game back he's going to be juiced.
Not to mention we're both Cowboys fans secretly.
It might be a little homerism.
Potentially, but the Tony Pollard era ended before it began.
Exactly.
So for all you fantasy guys out there, I thought y'all might get a lucky one with Tony Pollard for a week or two, but it looks like that's all over with now.
All done with. So, yeah, I'm taking Zeke. Love me the Zeke action. Saquon, obviously going to be crazy.
Saquon. I've said it earlier. I think Saquon might not do that great this week. I think the Cowboys' run defense is really good, and I'm not that big on him, to be honest. I mean, he's probably going to get like top 10, but I don't think he's putting up like 25 points.
You're crazy.
I think he puts up no more than 15 points. You heard it here first.
Yeah, he's a top 5 running back again this week for sure.
Okay, so let's move on. What do you think about Christian McCaffrey? How do you think he's going to do this week?
Really well. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's he's almost in the same sense like Saquon. He's going to get his no matter what. I mean, he's just going to put up numbers. He's their number one receiver.
You're not worried about the Rams at all? The Rams are coming to town. They're like one of the best teams. That could be a difficult start for them.
I mean, there's certain players that are just like defense proof, and I'm not saying that from McCaffrey from a talent standpoint necessarily. I'm saying it from a volume standpoint that in a lot of ways it's almost bulletproof. Like you're not going to really affect his value's not going to go up or down that much on defenses. It's just not the way. Like
you're starting him every week.
You're starting him every week, and it's not going to be that much variance. Sure. It's not going to really be that dramatic.
So what are we about? Well, let's pick out a guy that you're high on that some other people might not be this week.
Man, I'm still going Damian Williams. Yeah, I'm still going in Jacksonville. Like
that's big calls right there.
Well, dude, like he's just a talent, and I'm not scared of the LaShawn McCoy sighting. I don't think that's really going to affect it. Especially week 1, and I feel like
he's on your fantasy team. Right?
He's on my fantasy team.
So there's a lot of guys and gals out there that have him as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
we're both big on him this year still, but
I think the not the hate per se, but like the hesitation has gone a little too far. Like people were like, "Oh, he's undervalued," and now we're getting to the point to where it's just like when we hear Sean McCoy getting drafted, and now people are like, "Oh no." It's going too far, so I just am like, Damian Williams is still going to be the man.
Okay, well, I got some good news.
What's that?
The Jus coming up right now, so why don't we switch places and we'll do the cheese sauce
Let's do it. Let's get that cheese sauce going.
Boom. So we're going to fire this up right here.
Fired up.
Boom.
Oh, no.
Whoa, there we go.
Easy there.
So we got a tablespoon of butter we're going to throw in. Oh, maybe I should do it this way for everybody. A little better.
There we go.
All right, we've got a tablespoon. I'm going to melt that. Got a little tablespoon of flour.
Okay.
Kind of like a little roux here.
And by the way, guys, we're going to make this for you real time, but we're also going to include the recipe down below.
Easy link to it.
If we kind of go over a part pretty quickly or you miss something, these recipes we're making for y'all are very, very easy in the sense that there's not a lot of ingredients. It's really straightforward. It's not going to be something that you're just going to have to continually work on. It's going to be a really straightforward thing.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be super easy, and it's a great thing to make with your family and friends.
Yeah.
It's like, you can do it in probably 20 minutes here, 30 minutes after you make the beef, and that's pretty easy because you just put everything in there and let the oven do its work. So let's get back to some stats real quick while this butter melts, because we got another.
So we kind of touched on.
We got Chicago, home Green Bay.
Oh,
that looks good.
Looking good. We're getting there. Beautiful aroma.
My big nose says yes.
So we talked the running backs a little bit.
What do you think is going to happen in the Chicago Green Bay game?
Man, it's tough. I think with Matt LaFleur now in Green Bay, I'm really curious to see how this offense is going to look. I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers, and so it's Aaron Rodgers, but at the same time, this is Aaron Rodgers handling a totally different offense. And I think just the philosophy of how the team goes about play calling and their offensive strategy is completely changed to where...
You think they're going to come out big?
I do.
Like
yeah, I do. I think
taking them to win. You think they're going to win?
Yeah.
But Chicago's going to score a lot of points too, or
it's going to be like a 28-24 kind of game.
Okay, so that'll be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll give you my opinion in a second, but let's cut to the little roux right here. We got the butter melted.
A little bit of browning on that butter.
Yeah, we're going to throw a little flour in there.
A little flour to create our roux.
Yeah, you don't want to throw it all in at first.
No, you want it to get clumpy.
You don't want it to get clumpy. No clumps.
No clumps.
No lumps. No one likes that. So, what else do you got in the fantasy football spectrum?
So let's go wide receivers. Who are you feeling this week on wide receivers? Someone that you're just like, yeah, I want him this week.
Man, probably DeAndre Hopkins.
Nope.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, that you have him, you're feeling real good. So we're just keeping doing this with the flour. We're just going to basically keep doing it little by little.
Yeah.
And just let it cook in. And then as you get most of it in there, you can kind of just throw the rest in. It won't clump up at that point.
Yeah.
And so go ahead.
I was just going to say, you want to let this cook off, guys. You don't want a raw flour taste in
here. Yeah, you got to let it, once you get it all in there, I'd say maybe another 30 seconds or 45 seconds.
Let it all cook off and bubble. It is going to get that brown. That's just the butter kind of cooking off too.
Yeah, it's okay.
This is what you want.
For sure. So I like to kind of spin it around and make sure nothing really sticks if possible.
Right.
Because we're going to incorporate some beer here in just a second. Get that beer cheese sauce rolling hard. All right, well, so beer's about to come in here now. I think you've got about 30 seconds or so, 45 seconds. Yeah. So we're just going to go slowly but surely. Woo! And then kind of continuously
keep working it.
Work that whisk.
Yeah, you want to work it. And so here, guys, we're making a beer cheese sauce and an ode to Wisconsin, if you will.
Okay, so as you're talking, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
You just don't want to let the sauce really stick it all too much.
Yeah, it'll burn, but
okay, I think we're ready to go for the milk. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's a pretty quick process, everybody.
It comes together pretty quick.
Yeah, just let the alcohol cut out, but there's not that much in beer, so it should get out of there within maybe like 30 or 45 seconds. So we're gonna go some milk now. Kind of like same continuously as the other things you just did with the beer.
You want to keep working it. Yep.
If there's a theme to this sauce, hardworking people in Chicago and Wisconsin.
They'll appreciate it for sure.
Definitely.
So, I drafted Ty and Tyler Boyd, so I'm a little shallow in terms of wide receiver depth this week, but I'm curious to see how both these receivers are going to do. Obviously, Hilton not having luck, and Tyler Boyd being the number one guy in Cincinnati now.
And he does have a tough matchup this week. He's going to Seattle.
Yeah, that's going to be.
It's going to be
tall order.
Yeah, for sure.
Tall order.
So it'll be interesting to see if if Tyler Boyd doesn't do amazing. We should probably get a little pepper in there now.
Yeah, let's throw a little pepper in there.
We got the sauce working pretty good.
Now, one thing that Lee and I tried beforehand, we tested this recipe out, and Lee added salt to this, and he and I both agreed that with the amount of cheese that's going to be going in here, you don't really need salt. I mean, there's so much sodium going on with the cheese that adding salt is just like a little overkill on that.
For sure.
But
so this is going to come up here in just a second or two. Looks like it's already kind of moving around a little bit.
In the meanwhile, we got our jus going, nice little simmer going. You see those oregano, thyme going, beautiful herbs.
Packers and Bears fans might be able to even eat this together.
In harmony? Yeah.
At least before the game.
Maybe
make this before the game, everybody.
This is the
for halftime.
NFC North.
So one of the biggest rivalries ever.
Peace treaty right here is what this food is.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to throw the cream in here or actually, you know what? We're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to put the cheese in first.
Whoa, going cheese first.
Yeah, so we got 1 cup of cheese.
And guys, this is just a cheddar jack cheese. Some yellow cheese and some white cheese. And just get that sharpness. We were thinking, Green Bay, Wisconsin, get that cheese going.
So we're going to put more. So that was a half a cup of milk a quarter cup of beer, 1 full cup of shredded cheese. Boom. It's looking good. We might need a little more liquid here.
Okay.
So I would have a little more milk on handy.
Okay.
It's like, you see how thick it is?
Yeah, it's thickening up pretty quick.
It'll be pretty good still. And you can actually turn we had it about medium heat that whole time. But you can turn it down to low now.
Yeah.
Now that everything's in there.
You know, you don't need the alcohol to cook off or anything like that.
So now you're kind of ready to almost taste it and see how it's doing.
See where we're at.
So let's go get a spoon.
Let's
pop
do it.
One over here. Maybe it's time to get the bun started.
Yeah, let me get that going.
Do you want to switch?
Yeah, here you go. Here you go.
All right. Maybe I'll let you finish up the sauce. We can call a little audible right there because I got pretty much.
Let's see.
It working pretty well. Let's see what if Chef Daniel approves. The El Fuerte, if you will.
Melt my finger.
The what are the wrestlers called?
Lucha Libre.
Ah, gracias.
Luchador.
Yeah, the Luchador Famoso.
That's good.
Famoso.
I definitely like it with that beer.
Yeah, nice.
That depth to it.
Do you think Wisconsin would be okay with this?
Yeah, come give it a taste. Come on.
All right, let's try it out. We're gonna switch back real quick. Or let's see if we can bring everybody in together on the party. Let's see, how do you do this? How do you get it to switch around from here?
Yeah, never mind.
That's the tough part.
Hold your finger out. Let me.
Okay. Grazie.
Bam. Definitely cheesy. Keep it warm. Keep it going.
That is good. Ooh.
Yeah.
That is delicious.
Good stuff there.
We do need a little bit of liquid though, I think. I think it's a little too thick.
Yeah, when it
cools down.
Yeah, exactly.
So one thing is a good little tip for all us cooks out there is when the sauce is real thick like that on the stove, like you guys saw, it is good to probably add a little more liquid because when it cools down, like you said, it's going to even thicken up a lot more.
For sure.
So you kind of want it to have more of a kind of cream consistency. That's more of like a, whew.
Yeah.
That's like a mac and cheese sauce right there,
exactly.
sort of consistency.
That's like eating just like melted cheese.
You don't want to mess, but it's still delicious. We can promise you that.
Yeah. All right.
So we're gonna follow Daniel around here. He's gonna slice up some of this delicious Chicago-style beef we.
We'll let that pan warm up for our toasted bread. And yeah, you're right. Let's have a look at this.
Let's come in close here.
This nice little cut. And so I'm gonna try and slice this as thin as possible. And obviously, the sharper your knife is, the better off you're gonna be. But you wanna go, if by chance you happen to have a deli slicer, or even just a slicer in general at your house, it's gonna be the way.
Ooh, yeah.
What you're gonna want is just really nice thin sheets of this meat. And we're doing a pretty good job of it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, having a sharp knife is definitely key. So you can see this meat looks like it came out really well.
Let's check it out here.
Bam. It's a really good looking beef.
That does look good. Nice and kind of a little bit beyond medium rare.
Yep.
Just right there.
Just
at that
right.
nice pink state.
Yeah, and it's juicy.